What you're looking at right now is the Samsung 2018 QLED TV lineup, and it is an absolutely stunning debut from Samsung. We're at the Samsung First Look event where we're finally getting a chance to tell you about the QLED TV lineup. My excitement here is genuine. This is a huge leap forward for LED LCD televisions, especially in the picture quality department. So let me just dive right into it. Samsung has folded in some new technologies into the panel itself, including an anti-reflective film that does some incredible stuff. So you guys have seen our reviews. You know that we mostly complain about LED LCD televisions off-angle viewing and its tendency to put really bright halos around bright objects on a dark background. Samsung has mitigated that issue. So this is the closest to OLED that we have seen from an LED LCD TV before. I mean, seriously, seriously close. And it has all the benefits of an LED LCD television in that it gets extremely bright. It can pull off some very impressive HDR. Spectral highlights just gleam off of this screen. And of course, the color is exemplary. You can get really, really bright, well-saturated colors, more so than you can from OLED. So it's a small difference there, but it's one that you can definitely appreciate when you're looking at content like this that has been expressly created to show off the capabilities of the TV. I can't overstate just how great this looks. The Q9F is going to be one of the most competitive televisions that we see this year. Now, you got to go big if you're going to go with the flagship. It's either a 65 or 75-inch TV. You can step down to the Q8 and get a 55-inch if you want. And with the Q8 series, you're also going to get the full array local dimming that you would get with the Q9. And that makes a huge difference. That's a big part of why we're seeing very, very good black levels coming out of this television, because they went with that full array local dimming. We're very excited to see that. Once you step down to the Q7 and the Q6, you lose the full array local dimming, but you still see a very, very impressive picture because they're folding in, again, that anti-reflective quality film. It does a lot for the television. It mitigates those halos and you get great off angle. Seriously, I mean, you can step off well to the side of this TV. You don't lose color saturation. You don't lose the contrast like you do with conventional LED LCD TVs. Now, that's the picture quality stuff, and it's all very exciting, but what else is special about this TV? Well, if you remember last year, Samsung introduced that fiber optic cable. It was virtually invisible, so you connect everything to your One Connect box, and then the signal went up to the TV through this tiny fiber optic cable that you could barely see. You could paint it, you'd never know it was there. It made installation really easy, except you still had to plug the TV into a power outlet, and that meant that you had to have either a power outlet behind the TV or you had to run a power cable up to the TV. They've changed that. The power now goes through that tiny cable. Now, the cable's a little bit bigger than it was last year, but not any significant amount. It's still a tiny, virtually clear fiber optic cable that is carrying not just the video signal, but power to the TV. And for another thing, Samsung has added a new 15-meter, that's about 49 feet, I think, length cable that you can run. So if you run a media cabinet well off to the side of the TV or even in another room, you've got plenty of length with that cable to get the signal and the power to the TV. That means you can put all your equipment somewhere else, never see it, and all you see is the TV. And that brings me to another really interesting aspect about the QLED series TVs this year, and that is Ambient Mode. Samsung has taken a hint from their frame TV and incorporated this new Ambient Mode that allows the television to mimic its environment. It's almost like a chameleon. So use your phone to take a picture of the TV and the wall behind it. It's going to analyze the border around the TV. So whether you've got a brick wall or a stucco wall, or it doesn't really matter, whatever color it is, it's going to figure that out and it's going to mimic that on the display of the TV. So it essentially disappears into the wall. That's a cool little chameleon effect. But if you want to put weather information on there or you want to put pictures up there, it really looks like an image, a photo, as opposed to a television. There's still lots more to talk about. You've got the fact that it recognizes all of your inputs. So you put in a DirecTV box, Dish Network, Comcast, Xbox, PlayStation, whatever. It knows what that component is and automatically sets up your remote so that you can control it extremely easily. And another big advent for this year is the out-of-box experience includes a super simple setup. So if you have a Samsung phone, it works a little bit better, but even if you have the Smartthings app on, say, an iOS device, pull the TV out, plug it in, your device is going to sense that there's a new TV in the room, and it's going to automatically connect it to Wi-Fi, and it's going to automatically log you into apps. Now, they're still working with Netflix. We hope to see that soon, but Hulu, YouTube, and a number of other different apps, it's going to automatically log you in, so you don't have to punch in any more passwords or usernames and go through that clunky process. It just sets itself up. So user experience is just as much a part of the new QLED TV line as the picture quality. Overall, it's an extremely competitive lineup from Samsung this year, and picking the best TV of 2018 is going to be a tough job for me indeed. We're going to get these in for review. We're going to compare them to some OLED televisions. There's a lot of exciting stuff that'll be coming up later this year. Be sure to keep it tuned in for digital trends, and we'll show you everything there is to know about the new QLED TV.